What's going on, guys? It's Nick here, back with another video. Running backs you should have drafted. These are the players you're going to look back on during the season and really wish that you had them on your team. Their ADPs are extremely fair on all major sites, and they come with massive upside. So if you're enjoying this list, you're enjoying the video, then be sure to leave a like. But how about we start things off with the stat of the day? Yesterday's stat was which running back had the highest snap percentage in 2018. The answer, of course, was Christian McCaffrey. The dude doesn't come off the field. Nathaniel Smith was the first one to get that one right. Today's stat: among running backs with at least 110 carries last season, who saw the lowest rate of 8+ defenders in the box? All right, let's start off the top 5 with Damien Williams, and this has definitely been my most hated on take the entire offseason. You guys are Carlos Hyde believers, and you've thought all summer that he's going to take work away from Damien Williams, but I hate to break it to you, Carlos Hyde stinks. He's always been terrible, and he's probably going to get cut from the Chiefs. Now, those haters have kind of started to trickle away, but really they've just shifted their love from Hyde over to Darwin Thompson, who's a good running back. And I think Darwin Thompson is a good player and a good pick in fantasy, especially if you can get him in the 10th or 11th round. Then you should do that basically every time. But that doesn't make Williams a bad pick. Williams is the clear-cut lead back on the Chiefs' offense, and it's a pretty darn good offense, and that position always translates to elite production in fantasy. Remember what Chiefs running backs are capable of. Hunt finished as the running back 11 in half PPR scoring last season in 11 games. I mean, Kareem Hunt is good. He's a good running back. But Williams is bigger, he's faster, and he's more athletic than Hunt. And he showed us last season that he can produce in this offense. I mean, he had 5 starts last year with Hunt released and Ware injured. In those 5 starts, he averaged 114 yards and 2.2 touchdowns, which would have obviously been the number 1 running back in fantasy over a full season. Now those numbers are going to come down. I know that. But Andy Reid has produced a running back 1 for fantasy in 12 of his 20 years as head coach. So you're telling me I get that running back at a discount? I'm all in on that, especially when that player has talent. Williams should be going in the first round this season. It's as simple as that, but he's not anywhere. Nowhere has him in the first round. His ADP on all major sites: ESPN, 46th overall, late 4th round. Yahoo, 26th overall. Nice job on Yahoo, which is the early 3rd round. And then NFL.com, 34th overall, late 3rd round. I have him ranked 14th overall. So if you're playing on any of these formats and he's not on your team, then I don't know what to tell you. Because the only way he doesn't annihilate his ADP is if he suffers a major injury. David Montgomery is next, and the Bears have placed Montgomery in bubble wrap this preseason because they know preseason doesn't matter. They've got this guy all training camp. They know what he's capable of. You don't need to put him in preseason games to go get hurt. He's their guy. Why I love David Montgomery isn't because he's Saquon Barkley or Ezekiel Elliott, because he's not. He's a decent athlete, but he's by no means an elite one. I love him because of how productive that position is on the Bears offense, and because his skill set is extremely friendly for fantasy production. They gave Jordan Howard 250 or more carries and at least 20 receptions in each of his first 3 seasons. Jordan Howard, who checks in below average in nearly every athletic category and who can't catch. Now imagine you replace him with a running back who became the first ever to evade 100 tackles in a season since PFF started tracking that, and then did it again, and who's also a great receiving back, ranking above the 70th percentile in college target market share. We should be expecting David Montgomery to, at worst, be given the same volume that Jordan Howard got. And even if we don't, he's still a value. Because if we project him for fewer carries than Howard got on the ground, he still comes in projected undervalued. His ADP on the 3 major sites: ESPN, 68th overall, mid 6th round; Yahoo, 55th overall, mid 5th round; NFL.com 73rd overall, early 7th round. I have him ranked 27th overall, which gives him an early 3rd round grade. Draft him. Chris Carson is the 3rd running back, and at this point, it is extremely clear that they view Carson as their guy. This is a 1 and 2 situation, not a 1A, 1B. Carson had 250 carries across just 14 weeks last season, with 24 targets to go on top of that. He finished as the running back 15 in total points and then 14th in points per game. Mike Davis actually finished as a running back 3 last season, and that might be really hard to believe because I didn't believe it when I looked it up. But he had 112 carries and 34 receptions. Now, a lot of that is going to Penny, which makes Penny a viable pick as well. But the coaching staff has indicated they want to get Carson more involved in the passing game, and their offensive coordinator has said he wants to see Carson in the 50s for targets, which would likely translate into the low 40s for receptions. And that will make him a running back 1 every week that he's healthy. I want to emphasize when healthy because that's the only thing keeping me from ranking him as a running back 1. He suffered just an incredible amount of injuries in both the NFL and in college, and he doesn't have a single fully healthy season ever. But if he can manage 13 or 14 healthy weeks, then he'll be well worth his ADP, which is just way too low. ESPN, 42nd overall, mid-4th round. Yahoo, 59th overall, late 5th round. NFL.com, 55th overall, mid-5th round. I have him ranked 30th overall, mid-3rd round. You should be able to get him no matter what site you're drafting on. Miles Sanders is the 4th running back on the list, and fortunately for us, he didn't go off this preseason. He did well, and he looked good. He looked like the best back on the roster, but he didn't go off, so his ADP stayed in check. I love Miles Sanders for a lot of different reasons. My model gave him the highest grade of any running back in this draft class. Now, it wasn't a good draft class, and my model really isn't that good, but it's a pretty neat fun fact, right? But why I really like Miles Sanders is that he's good at everything, and he has such a great opportunity. He ranks above the 75th percentile in every athletic category and is an extremely capable receiver. He's better than Jordan Howard at literally everything, and look what he's working with. I mean, with David Andrews looking like he's going to miss the season for the Patriots, the Eagles now have the top offensive line in the entire NFL. They also have ample weapons on the outside to ensure that Sanders faces the lowest rate of 8+ defenders in the box in the league, which is another reason we're going to see him on the field more than Howard. Because when the Eagles line up with Sanders in the backfield with all those weapons, the defense is never going to be able to stack the box. And since the easiest way to project yards per carry and production for running back is knowing how often did they face 8+ defenders in the box, he's going to post elite numbers when he's on the field. The only argument I've heard against Sanders is that Howard could take touches away. Well, okay, that's fine. He doesn't need 20 carries to be a running back 1. Among the top 10 running backs last season, just Gurley and Zeke had more than 17 carries per game. The perception is that you need a bell cow to be a running back 1, but 8 of the top 10 had fewer than 17 carries a game. So don't let anyone tell you that Sanders can't crush this season because Howard's there. That's just simply not true. I'm happy that Howard is there because, oh my goodness, if Jordan Howard got hurt, I mean, the actual value of Sanders wouldn't change all that much, but he would skyrocket into like the late 2nd or early 3rd round. But Howard's healthy right now, and these are his ADPs on the major sites. ESPN, 96th overall. Yahoo, 96th overall. NFL.com, 96th overall. All the late 8th round. I have him ranked 50th overall, which is an early 5th round grade. Matt Breda is our 5th running back, last running back on the list, and I'm a fan of getting one of Coleman or Breda on really any of your teams because the odds are one of these guys is going to be good, so pick the one that you like the most. Since Breda's ADP is a lot more reasonable, he's been the one that I'm targeting. He was top 5 in yards per carry last season, finishing 1st in receiving grade among running backs, while battling through ankle, shoulder, and knee injuries all season, and while splitting time with other running backs. because Morris, Wilson, Mostert, they combined for 211 carries last season, and Morris had 26 red zone carries. The 49ers this season face the league's easiest schedule in terms of opponent rush defenses, so we have a running back who was injured most of last year while splitting opportunity on a team that wasn't that great, and he still finished as a low-end running back too, even with just 3 rushing touchdowns. The 49ers are expected to be a lot better on offense this season because they get Jimmy G back and they get upgrades at wide receiver. Now, Breda won't be a full-time player unless Coleman were to get injured, but he's going to be used plenty on the ground and through the air to more than pay off his ridiculous ADPs. ESPN, 128th overall, late 11th round. Yahoo, 123rd overall, more that early to mid 11th round. And then NFL.com, a ridiculous 145th overall, early 13th round. I have him ranked 88th overall, which gives him an early 8th round grade. So, those are the 5 running backs you should have drafted this season. And if you don't have your draft yet, these are the 5 running backs you should be drafting this season. If you want to see all the players I'm targeting, I'm avoiding, along with their actual rankings and projections, while getting access to all of our in-season content, then be sure to check it out at our website, thefantasyfootballadvice.com. But that's the end of this video. I hope you all did enjoy. If you did, how about hitting that like button? If you're new here, how about subscribing to the channel? But thanks for watching.